Far out in the middle of the South China Sea, this tiny speck of land we're about to land on is a Philippine military outpost. But the Philippine military's power barely extends beyond the island's reef. Less than a mile away, anchored on another reef, these boats we can see here are Chinese poachers. You can see smaller boats out on the reef, and behind them long yellow plumes of sandy debris. We've come here to investigate reports that under the protection of the Chinese Navy, poachers are plundering the reefs out here.
So along with China's takeover of the South China Sea has come what the local Filipino fishermen here call environmental looters. People like these behind me here who've moved in and are stripping the reef of its coral and of its precious giant clams.
The poachers anchor their boats to the reef and then rev their engines.
你好，你们在做什么？
I asked this man what they're doing.
你们是找什么东西？
What are you looking for, I asked. We're looking for sea clams, he says. From up here, it's unclear exactly what they're doing. It's time to get in the water. As soon as we do, the extent of the devastation is revealed. Just a couple of years ago, before the poachers moved in, this was a thriving reef system. Now it is being torn to shreds by the poachers.
Well, the scene underneath there is just unbelievable. They are literally destroying the reef wholesale with these boats. It's just like a desert. It's being turned to a desert underneath here.
Now the poachers are in the water too, retrieving their prize. And this is it. A huge giant clam, perhaps 100 years old. They gather them in a pile on the sea floor, ready to be hoisted onto their boats. On the international market, shells like these can sell for between $1,000 and $2,000 a pair. Last year, on a reef close to here, Philippine police caught Chinese poachers with 500 giant sea turtles on board their boat. These animals are critically endangered and protected under UN convention.
Beijing demanded Manila release the poachers, saying the Philippines has severely violated China's sovereignty by illegally detaining Chinese fishing vessels and fishermen in waters off China's Nansha Islands.
The characters on the stern of these Chinese fishing boats shows they come from the same port as the turtle poachers, Tanmen on China's Hainan Island. The crew shows no fear of us filming. They know no one is going to come and stop them. Rupert Wingfield-Hayes, BBC News, in the South China Sea.
Leave immediately and keep her off. U.S. military aircraft, Papa 8 Alpha. This is Chinese Yunsh Reef. China has sovereignty of the Nansha Islands, including Yunsh Reef and its adjacent waters. Leave immediately and keep her off so as to avoid any misunderstanding.
It's a routine occurrence for us on these flights. It happens throughout the flight where they come over and then we just go back with our standard response, and it really has no effect on any operations or anything we do.
Philippine military aircraft, I'm warning you again. Leave immediately, or you will bear forward responsibility for all the consequences.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 vehicles moving. Still looks like nothing along the runway. No aircraft present.
It's making sure that we maintain the rights that we have as a military aircraft to fly in international airspace, maintain our presence in the area, and show that we're not worried about the buildup that's happening and that we are going to continue to stay down here in the South China Sea.